When heartbreaking news comes out about someone who has been part of our lives for so many years. Today, fans all over the world are in shock after hearing deeply sad news about the legendary Whoopi Goldberg. For decades, Whoopi has been more than just a celebrity. She has been a voice of strength, laughter, and inspiration. People have watched her on television, in movies, and on stage, and felt as if she was part of their own family. That is why this latest news feels so heavy and emotional for millions of people who admire her. At a time when so many are already facing challenges in life, hearing that Whoopi herself is going through a painful chapter has left her supporters heartbroken and worried about her future. Whoopi Goldberg's journey is nothing short of extraordinary. She started her career at a time when opportunities for women, especially women of color, were not easy to find. Yet, with her unique talent, courage, and unforgettable personality, she rose to become one of the most respected and loved figures in the entertainment world. She is among the very few artists to achieve the rare EGOT status, winning an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award, something that proves her unmatched talent and versatility. Millions remember her powerful role in The Color Purple, her humor in Sister Act, and her honesty and boldness as a longtime co-host on The View. Through every stage of her career, she not only entertained, but also inspired people with her strength and wisdom. For many fans, Whoopi was not just an actress or a TV host. She was a symbol of hope, resilience, and truth. This is why hearing sad news about her now feels like a personal loss to so many who grew up admiring her work and her journey. After years of seeing Whoopi Goldberg light up our screens with her laughter, wisdom, and unmatched talent, the world has now been shaken by truly heartbreaking news. Recently, it has been confirmed that Whoopi has been facing serious health struggles that have quietly taken a toll on her life and career. For a long time, she chose to keep her battles private, never wanting to worry her fans or let her pain overshadow her work. But now, reports have confirmed that her condition has worsened to a point where she has decided to step back from many of her professional commitments, including her regular appearances on television. Those who have followed her closely know that Whoopi has always been strong, outspoken, and fearless, never afraid to speak her mind or stand up for what she believes in. That is why this news feels so devastating. To see someone who has always appeared so unbreakable suddenly become vulnerable is heartbreaking beyond words. People who have admired her for years are now coming to terms with the fact that their beloved icon is going through a battle that even her incredible strength may not be enough to easily overcome. The saddest part of it all is that Whoopi herself admitted, with tears in her eyes, that she may have to take an indefinite break from the public spotlight. For her millions of fans, the thought of not seeing her regularly, not hearing her laughter, and not feeling her powerful presence on screen is almost unbearable. It feels as though a bright light that has guided so many for decades is now slowly dimming, and the entire world is holding its breath, hoping that she will find the strength to fight through this painful chapter. The moment this heartbreaking news about Whoopi Goldberg became public, the world responded with an outpouring of love and support. Fans from every corner of the globe began flooding social media with emotional messages, remembering the moments when Whoopi made them laugh, inspired them, or gave them hope during their own darkest times. Hashtags with her name quickly began trending as people shared old movie clips, interviews, and photos of her most iconic performances, each one reminding us of the incredible impact she has had on generations. Celebrities and colleagues who have worked alongside Whoopi were among the first to speak up. Many of them posted heartfelt tributes, recalling how she touched their lives both on and off the screen. They described her as not just a legend, but a friend, a mentor, and a fighter who always carried herself with grace even during difficult times. Some spoke of the comfort she gave them during their own struggles, while others reminded the world of her incredible kindness and generosity that often went unseen behind the spotlight. Ordinary people also shared deeply personal stories. A fan wrote about how watching Sister act helped them through depression by giving them joy and laughter when they needed it most. Another shared how Whoopi's honesty on The View gave them courage to speak their truth without fear. It became clear that her influence went far beyond movies and television. She had become part of people's personal journeys, a source of strength they leaned on without even realizing it. Atmosphere now is filled with both sadness and gratitude. Sadness that she is facing such a painful challenge, but gratitude for the countless memories she has already given the world. The community has come together in one powerful voice to send prayers, love, and hope to Whoopi, reminding her that she is not alone in this fight. When the news finally became too big to hide, Whoopi Goldberg herself decided to speak directly to her fans. In a heartfelt statement, she opened up with raw honesty, something that has always defined her character. With a soft but steady voice, she admitted that life had recently taken a painful turn and that her health was not where it used to be. She shared that the journey had been difficult, filled with days of exhaustion, fear, and uncertainty, but she also expressed immense gratitude for the love and support that has surrounded her during this time. Whoopi reminded everyone that she has lived a full life, one filled with blessings and achievements that she never could have imagined when she was just a young girl dreaming of the stage. She spoke about her fans directly, saying that their constant encouragement over the years has been one of the greatest gifts of her career. In her words, every laugh, every cheer, every kind letter or message, it gave me the strength to keep going, even on the hardest days. But she also asked for something very personal, privacy. She explained that while she loves her audience dearly, this chapter of her life requires her to step back, focus on her health, and spend more time with the people closest to her. Her voice carried both strength and vulnerability, as she admitted that this was not an easy decision, but one she needed to make for her own well-being. In closing, she left her fans with a promise that no matter what happens, her spirit will always remain with them. She encouraged everyone to keep living with joy, to laugh even when it's hard, and to never give up on themselves. Her words, though filled with pain, also carried a message of resilience, making it clear that even in her most difficult moments, Whoopi Goldberg continues to inspire. When news like this comes out, it forces people to pause and reflect on the life and legacy of someone as extraordinary as Whoopi Goldberg. Her journey is more than just a career. It is a story of breaking barriers, shattering stereotypes, and proving to the world that talent and determination can overcome any obstacle. Whoopi is one of the very few people in history to hold the prestigious EGOT status, a reminder of how diverse and powerful her artistry has been. She was never limited to one role or one stage. Instead, she redefined what it means to be an entertainer, seamlessly moving between comedy, drama, music, and television with grace and brilliance. But beyond the awards and fame, Whoopi's legacy is deeply human. She has always been a voice for those who felt unheard, often speaking out on issues that others were too afraid to touch. Whether through her roles in movies that highlighted social struggles or her candid conversations on The View, she gave people the courage to face their own truths. For countless women and people of color, she became a living example that dreams are worth chasing, no matter how impossible they may seem. Her influence stretches across generations. Parents who once watched her films now share them with their children, passing down not just entertainment, but also lessons about resilience, humor, and strength. In classrooms, in communities, and in homes around the world, Whoopi's work continues to spark conversations and inspire hope. Even now, as she faces one of the toughest chapters of her personal life, her legacy remains untouchable. A reminder that true greatness is not measured only by awards, but by the lives we touch along the way. This is why the current news feels so heavy. People know they may not see her on their screens as often anymore, but they also know that her impact is permanent. Whoopi Goldberg's story will live on in every smile she created, every barrier she broke, and every soul she inspired. At times like these, it is hard to find the right words. The thought of Whoopi Goldberg stepping away from the spotlight feels almost unreal, because for so many of us, she has always been a constant presence, a source of laughter, wisdom, and strength. She is more than an actress, more than a host, more than a celebrity. She is a reminder of how powerful one voice can be, how much difference one person can make in the world. And even as she faces this painful chapter, her courage continues to shine, teaching us that vulnerability is not weakness, but another form of strength. The love pouring in from fans proves that Whoopi is not alone in this fight. Millions of hearts are beating with hers, sending prayers, hope, and healing her way. And while the future may feel uncertain, one thing is clear: her legacy is eternal. Every film,